What's up, guys? My name's Dakota. I just got to India just now. Just literally walked out of the airport.
You got your bag open.
Got my bag still open. So when you get to India, there's a couple things you need to know. There's some scams that go on. Like, for example, there's some taxis, and the taxi people will try to tell you, like, if you say, hey, I gotta go to my hotel, take me to my hotel. They'll either try to overcharge you. That's one thing you have to watch out for. So there's a prepaid taxi stand somewhere.
That's right there. At the corner.
You can go over there, and those guys will make sure you don't get ripped off. And another scam to watch out for is that they'll say your hotel's closed, or that something has happened over there, and they try to take you to one of their friends' hotels or their family's hotels, and your hotel's probably not closed.
What is up, YouTube? This is Web of Camera back again. I am back in India, and today we have with us...
Hi, my name is Rufu, and I run a hostel. Name of the hostel is Soul Stay. Kamra came up to me with an idea of creating a video in which we showcase scams that happen in Delhi. Since I interact with travelers every now and then, I came to know many scams that I didn't know while I was living in Delhi for like 4 or 5 years. Even when I was sitting with Kamra one day, I was like telling him, man, this is what happens in Delhi. And he was like, why don't we just kind of make a video about it? So I think the number one, probably the first scam that we're gonna discuss is airport scam.
Right.
So the airport scam, how it works is it's very tricky, and these people at the airport that run the taxis are like very intelligent in a way to capture tourists traveling to India for the first time. I think the key here is the travelers, or the backpackers mainly they target. They are jet lagged. So you're landing at international airport, say like 3 o'clock in the morning. You've been in a flight for like say 16, 17 hours. You haven't had any sleep. You land, and when you're out of the airport, and then these people just jump into you.
Yeah,
right. And
that is true.
And then they just overwhelming. Like you're like, oh, what's going on here?
That's India right in your face. The first time when you come to India, you will see, I don't know, you will see humidity. You will see too many people, and too many people trying to get to you, and trying to get you a taxi, trying to get you something else, and trying to take you to your hotel. And this one is interesting because it's a true story, and it's gonna be told by him.
So, jet lagged, you're out of the Delhi International Airport, your phones don't work, the Wi-Fi is not working, you try to go back into the airport to figure out what am I going to do now, but here's the catch, you can't go back in the airport.
Yeah.
Once you're out of the airport, from your arrival terminal, you're out of the arrival, you cannot go back in. No matter what you do, you cannot go back in. And now you're outside, you have these people coming to you telling you, hey, where do you want to go? You say, hey, I want to go to my hostel, Soul Stay. Okay, we know where that is, we'll drop you. I'm like, fine, this is good, let's go to Soul Stay, this is cool. So you step in the taxi, you don't negotiate any price, you just step in, you sit, and the guy's like, okay, so I know these guys at Soul Stay, I'm going to call them just to see if they're open right now. And you're like, okay, fine, go ahead and call them. The driver calls his friend, and then the friend says, hey, Soul Stay is closed. Or the friend says there's a festival happening in India, that particular road where the hostel is closed. Or there's a riots happening in Delhi, that entire area is closed.
Yeah.
Now you're there, first time in India, don't speak the language, don't have the phone, didn't sleep for 18 hours, you're thinking in your brain, what am I gonna do now? Yeah. And here's what the driver tells you. He tells you, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We will find you another hotel. It's gonna be very, very cheap for you, and I will drop you there personally, so don't worry, I got you. And you're like, fine. If the hostel is closed, hostel is closed.
Yeah.
And then he takes you to the place called Karol Bagh, and that's where he has his links with the hotels, his contacts. And then you end up in this hotel, you get charged 3 or 4 times more. There was not going to be any Wi-Fi, there's not going to be anything, and then you sleep there, you pay, and next day you're free to go wherever you want to go. And next day you're like, okay, fine, man, let me just try to go to my hostel that I booked. then you probably take a taxi or like a metro. You come to the hostel and you see everything is fine. No one called us. No one even. The roads are not closed. There's no riots happening. There's nothing happening at all. This was all part of a scam. Sometimes what they also do is they take you in the taxi and they took you to this road which is closed. That road probably is always closed. They say, hey, this is the road to your hostel and this road is closed. And again, they will try to take you to the place where they have their contact, they have their links, when they make the commission. The thing to do here is do your homework. We as a hostel owner, I send an email to my guest explaining the scam, explaining how it's going to work, and try to get like a Meru cab or Easy Cab at the airport. Those ones are reliable. They're a bit expensive, but they're a little bit reliable. They will drop you to your destination, and have those maps, have like a Delhi map downloaded as offline so you know where you're going.
So what do you say about the TSR prepaid taxi? Because I see a lot of foreigners lined up there to get a taxi.
So basically, most of the scams are coming from prepaid taxis. I would say 90% of the time, the people that ended up in Coral Bagh were taking those prepaid taxis. So I religiously tell my guests, do not take the prepaid taxi. Although you may look safe, you may look it's from Delhi police or whatever, do not take it. Try Meru, and you have the number of the hostel. See what number the driver is calling on, or take the phone from the driver and dial the hostel number so you talk to someone at the hostel, not some phony guy with a phone which you don't know who he is. So we're heading to the airport right now. It's what's the time right now? I'm just gonna have a look at the time. It's 9 o'clock. So we just figured out there are a lot of flights coming in right now, so it would be good if we go a little later. So let's see what's gonna happen at the airport. As you know, we're in New Delhi and the traffic is insane.
Lovely.
Look at that. Look at that traffic. So we're pulling up in the parking. We're looking for scammers. We're looking for people who like to cheat people. Night is young, and you're young. YouTube channel, cameraman, subscribe for more. So I got my main man right here, the #1 taxi driver. He may be a scammer, but let's find out.
आपकी टैक्सी कौन सी है? ये वाली है? अच्छा, मैं ये कह रहा था कि जो फॉरेनर आते हैं यहाँ पे, तो उनसे आप जैसे मान लो कभी जब भी आपने ज़्यादा पैसे लिए, कभी नहीं लिए, प्रीपेड से चलते हैं।
अगर उनका बुकिंग होता है, पूछ लेते हैं अगर आपकी बुकिंग है तो बुकिंग वाले स्थान पे पहुँचाते हैं, पहले कांटेक्ट कर लेते हैं, उनसे फ़ोन करके एड्रेस पूछ लेते हैं भाई इस वाले।
बट ऐसा कुछ हुआ है यहाँ पे कभी कि कोई लेके गया हो कहीं हो?
नहीं है,
जैसे करोल बाग ले गए,
आपका कोई है करोल बाग में?
एक दो जने तो हो ही जाते हैं 100 में से।
नहीं, बट कभी हुआ है ऐसा कुछ?
हमारे नज़र में।
हेलो, हाँ जी भैया,
Where are you from?
कौन सा नंबर?
Ni hao. Ni hao.
Alright, let's go, let's help it. और अराइवल पे और कौन सा किलर नंबर के पास?
So as we can see, cameraman right here trying to help.
981. He's on some other call.
So how was your flight?
Very good.
Yeah?
Like 20 hours.
Great. How long are you going to be in Delhi?
Like 1 month and a half.
In Delhi?
Oh, in India.
Oh, in Delhi, how long?
Like 2 days.
Okay. Where are you going next?
To Agra.
To see Taj Mahal, right?
Yeah.
Great.
And Varanasi.
Nice. So, Kamra, explain what's going on.
The girl just arrived after 20 hours and the dude is speaking to someone else. Let's say if it wasn't me, if it was her trying to take somebody else's phone and then trying to call the dude and talking to someone else, it's not my fault.
And she's going to Zastel